Alright guys, we're back again. Episode 2 of Ask Darrius. First of all, I want to thank you guys for all of your support. It has been very fun, very amazing, kind of getting some of the feedback on a few different things, which some of the pros and cons, which I'll address a little bit later in the video. But let's get to the question. So again, I have my phone, because again, who prints anything? Well, the first question is from Gemma Rocks, or Gemma. No, it's Gemma. We had this conversation before. Her question, she's a wordsmith, so it's going to be a little very flowery. Clearly, it's a wonderful and curiously odd kind of job, women's wrestling, in eroticized combat. So my question is this. How do you get into this random industry? And when you did, how did you handle the worry that friends and family would see you in this? It is definitely very fun. It's a lot of work. It's not, just all planned. Well, okay, maybe it is. No, there's a lot of work to it, and you gotta, be good at what you do, or people get hurt, or they hurt you, and then what do you do? That's not gonna work. So getting to the question, how did I get into this industry? Several years ago, there was a company, which I can say Steel Kittens, lived relatively close to me, and I sent them a letter, an actual, handwritten letter. Well, maybe I typed it, my handwriting's not that good. And, sent them a letter, they very kind, responded back, we're not really looking for anybody this time, which, okay, they're like, yeah, get out of here, creepy guy. Sent them another letter 6 months later. At that time, they happened to be doing auditions. They said, come on down. I did some training with Sue Sexton and Belinda Bell. And apparently they liked what I was doing, that I could flow and that I could roll and do a lot of things like that, because they brought me back not only as a student, but then to train other people. And oddly enough, that's how I met Duncan. That's how I met Hurricane Havana. I met Liz Lightspeed there. I actually met Tanya Danielle the first time there. And then that, just things kind of worked out from there. I did a few videos there, trained a few more girls, which there's some kind of funny stories in that, but nobody asked me, so we're not going to answer that. How did I handle the worry that friends and family would see it? When I first started, I wasn't too worried about it. I was so not worried about it that I used my real name for the first several years until one of my students' parents looked me up on Google, and thus Darrius was born. So I didn't really have a worry about it. I'm pretty open with my family, my mom, my brothers, my aunts. And they knew about it, and then the longer I did it, the more I just decided, I'm not doing anything illegal, I'm not doing anything bad, it's fun, it's a lot of hard work and good work, so what's the problem? I have had a few times where I'll be walking out, just doing whatever, and somehow kind of give me that double take, like, were you? But so far nobody's ever approached me and say, hey, are you Darrius, or hey, did you body slam somebody? So long story short, that has never really been a problem so far. I'm sure tomorrow something will happen. The next questions come from Sherlock 42 from my FetLife page, which if you guys are curious, I'll put a link if you guys want to follow me there and see more updates with Hit the Mat or other places that I'm working with. So the first question, does HTM script their matches, such as specific endings, fight scenes, and so forth? Yes, sometimes we do script our own matches. If we have some people coming in, and we have this really cool idea, we'll write it up, have a few people put some things together, and yes, we'll script it out with the girls, or a girl and a guy, or whatever, and we'll have a particular winner, loser, however we choose to do it. So yes, long story short, we do script some of our matches. Most of the time, it's custom, so it's you guys sending us in your ideas. We try to figure out what's the most economical way to do this, and then we bring your fantasy as close as we can to reality. Short plug for Hit the Mat. Second question, do you have some criteria for choosing performers? Actors such as Frankie Z, Mutiny, Akira, seem to know how to sell fights and knockouts. Do you audition or have particular types of actresses? Really, like I said, if we are doing a custom, it's whatever you guys want, or whatever you guys and gals want, because yes, we have had female customers. I know it seems weird, right? So the criteria is basically, will the girl do it? Are they comfortable with the script? Are they capable of doing it? are they going to wear the particular outfit or something like that. So there are certain criteria generally set forth by what the customer wants. Have we done auditions? Yes, we have done a few auditions. We'll do a little bit of training. I've done a lot of stunt training, and you guys know my background in martial arts and professional wrestling, pro style wrestling, and all that other stuff. So we will put them through the paces, see how they work on camera, and then we kind of leave it up to you guys. See, hey, do you like this girl? Do you not like this girl? We've had a few hits, we've had a few misses, but we keep trying. So long story short, again, yes, we do have auditions. Third question: what made you want to get involved with the production end of this business? I had worked with several companies, like I said, Steel Kittens, MWO, which transformed into something else. So actually, a lot of the companies I worked for are no longer around. And after a while, like I said, it was a lot of fun. I was actually doing videography and photography and editing in college, one of the things I was doing. And so I was like, I think we can do this. And, I met up with a few other people who I had worked with before, and we, tried to do a few things of it. So I partnered up with Jeff, who you guys have never seen on camera, and Duncan, and a few other people to try to hit the mat to life. And we had worked with a few other companies, and just kind of slow rolled into there. So I don't know if I answered that thoroughly or too thoroughly where you guys fall asleep, but whatevs. Next question, Tony Potter. What would you do if you weren't in this business? That's actually a very interesting question, because nobody really thinks, well, why wouldn't you be in this business? But if I wasn't in this business, and this is going to sound kind of funny, I would probably be an organic almond farmer, right? Because, I love almonds and things like that. And I have a perfect name for it: D's Nuts. When I saw this question, you have no idea how long I've been waiting to say that. So there you go. That was really more for me. But seriously, if I wasn't doing this, I probably would be getting to law of some form. I actually did study to be an attorney or a U.S. Marshal, kind of opposite ends of that. Or I would get into acting and stunt work more than I have. And yes, I have done some acting and stunt work jobs. Let me see. I'm kind of scrolling around here. Okay, so this question is interesting, and I had struggled with it because I've seen this for a couple days now. Which lady fighter would you or have you dated in the past? Well, let me just put it this way. When I first started getting into this, I'm a fan. Like, I've been a fan of female wrestling and fighting since the beginning, since I started doing this. And so when I started being on more of the production side, more of the behind the camera and being more involved with the actual production of the video, I didn't want to be a creepy guy. I didn't want to be that person the girls are like, oh, he just is going to hire me because he can grow up on me or stuff like that. Not to say that's not a fringe benefit, but that's not what I do it for. So in that aspect, I have never dated any of the girls. Have I thought about it? Yes. I mean, we work with beautiful, smart, funny, talented ladies all the time. Why would you not think about dating them? And of course, some of them, obviously, boyfriends, husbands, girlfriends, whatever. So have I thought about it? Yes. Have I actually done it? No. Have I been on what may be a date with some of the girls? Yes. I mean, like after shoots, we go out to eat and hang out and do things outside of work, which a date may be a little bit of a stretch. But yes, I have spent time with some of the girls outside of work. What lady fighter would you date? Oh, I'm gonna have to keep that to myself. I don't, like I said, there's so many opportunities, and there's there's so many different girls who are just amazing. So who would I date versus who would date me? That's kind of that scale that we never really know. So I hope I've answered all of your questions. Try to put a little bit of humor into it. Thank you guys again for your support. Please continue to submit your questions. I want to try to expand these videos and this page. Also, we did an interview in which I'll cut to after this of Hollywood. We just done a shoot here, so I wanted to talk a little bit about her and her company and our company, and just again show you guys what things are really like. Now, like I said before at the beginning, the first video I did, Got a lot of support, got some comments, positive and negative, which I'd like to address. One of the comments is, I think of who was one of my favorite wrestlers to work with. And I had mentioned a few names, really again, just more off the top of my head. And there was one person, actually there were several people who I didn't mention who are good friends. Like I said, we have hung out after shoots, we have shared life stories, I've been there when they've needed help, they've been there when I've needed help, and I feel kind of bad at neglecting them. And people who I've worked with for a while. The first person would be Hollywood. I've known her for years and years and years, and she has been a wonderful person the entire time. Just a great person overall. Second person, Andrea, who I like to call the redhead who likes to punch me in the face. No, not Mutiny. Andrea, I know that, whatever. The third person, who actually has more recently, in the past few years, been a really good friend, is Erica Jordan. I really apologize to her for not mentioning her, because I have seen her at really high points and I've seen her at really low points, and I would definitely consider her a friend and one of my favorite wrestlers. So that was, I apologize, Erica, for not mentioning you. Please, you can call off the fatwa. I apologize. All right, guys, again, thanks a lot. I'm going to show you guys an interview I did with Hollywood. Keep your questions coming in. If you want to see more interviews or podcasts, I've just got Periscope, so I'm going to try to do some live broadcasting, maybe during the shoots when the girls come in, before they get in the ring, or after. We'll kind of see how that plays out. We will let you know what's going on either the Hit the Mat website page, Hit the Mat website, the Hit the Mat Facebook page, Twitter, my Twitter, wherever social media that's Hit the Mat or Darrius, we'll post something on it. Thank you guys, and I'll see you soon. Peace. So guys, I'm with a lady who needs no introduction, but just in case some of you guys are just come out from under a rock, please introduce yourself.
Hi, I am Hollywood.
So Hollywood, we have worked together for many years.
Oh my gosh. A lot of years.
A lot of years. A lot of fun years. A lot of great matches.
Yes.
A live match in San Diego, which I think people are still talking about.
Yes, that was pretty cool.
I think.
How about when I was Wonder Woman and you were the swordsman?
Swordsman. Oh my gosh.
And you were doing all that. Really cool.
I still have that sword somewhere.
You were awesome in that.
Oh, thank you.
It was really good.
So, maybe introduce you to some people who don't know. How did you first get started in wrestling?
Yeah, that was a long time ago. I had an audition, and there was an audition in Hollywood, and they were going to do a TV show that was about sports, and I didn't know what kind of sports, and they said it was wrestling, so I was like, okay, let's try this. I don't know anything about wrestling, but let's check it out. And I went down to the audition, and I learned how to wrestle on after work, my regular job. So it was Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I was wrestling with a trainer named Mondo Guerrero, and after that 2 months, I noticed that there was not as many girls training anymore, and I was one of the ones they kept, and they called my character Hollywood. We shot a pilot in Las Vegas. That pilot sold, and we did 4 seasons of Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling, and that's how it started. And then when that ended, okay, what else do you do? That TV show was gone.
Yes.
I'm like, what do I do? So then I started wrestling with other companies. I think the first one was Triumph Studios.
Oh, okay.
Yes, was the lady's name. It was a long time. It was way before you. You're probably a little kid. Triumph Studios, and then DT Productions, and then Steel Kittens with Belinda Bell.
Yes.
And then I decided, okay, it's time for Hollywood to start her own company.
Yes.
And then I met you, and HTM came along, and it's always a pleasure to be here in this ring and work with you guys.
Well, thank you. I know.
And have you work with me?
I know it's been a little warm today, so if you guys hear background noise,
Yeah, and if I look really red or...
Yeah, we just shot a match, which definitely check out on her site.
Yeah, HollywoodProductions.com.
Thank you. You have Web Kitten as well?
You know what? It's the same.
Okay.
Web Kitten was the beginning, but you know what? I just decided to call it Hollywood Productions, and I'm done with
Just
it.
make it easier.
And make it easier for everybody to go to one site.
Very nice. So remember, guys.
Thank you for remembering it.
Because I'll get the emails from like, okay, and know that they look similar, and I didn't realize they had redirected to each other.
Yeah, so they are. If you put Web Kitten in, you get Hollywood Productions. You put Hollywood Productions in,
you had Hollywood Productions. There you go.
Either one works.
So remember, guys, buy all of her videos from her site. Buy all of her videos from our site.
Yes.
For custom work.
Absolutely. We do tons of customs.
Come on.
We love scripts.
We love scripts. We suffer for our art because
Yeah.
it is a little warm today,
Yes.
and we were.
Yeah, this is
sweating
the
our-
midsummer, so.
Yes, that's true.
And we're in the valley. It's pretty hot here.
It's a little toasty.
That's
So,
okay.
you know, we had Hollywood come in for, you know, she had some shoots that she was going to do here. So next time she's out, we hope to do some more work with her,
Absolutely.
more, you know, content, getting other girls in here, just mixing it up and having a lot of fun. Hollywood, it was great seeing you again.
I love you to death. You know that. Thank you so much.
So guys, order customs,
Order
and we will
customs.
see you soon.
Bye. Thanks.